Yo, what is up guys, Tech Roar here, and welcome to another video. In this video, I wanted to unbox and review one of my favorite iPad Pro accessories that I've ever used. I've actually been using the iPad Pro for about a year now, and I have a lot of great use in it. I've also been using the Apple Pencil for maybe like a couple months now, so I really like using my iPad, you know, checking the news or reading something, drawing, taking notes, whatever it is the case. So today I wanted to review one of my most used accessories, even more than the Apple Pencil, and that is the Create Logitech keyboard backlit case. This thing is gorgeous, and I just wanted to unbox it. I've actually been using this for quite some time, and I just got me another one to do this review. So we're gonna go ahead and open this first, and we're gonna start with, you know, connectivity and all the great stuff that comes along with it. So as you guys can see, it is a very nice and sleek box. On the front, of course, you have the case displayed, and of course it does have the spot for the Apple Pencil in between, and of course it is for the 9.7 inch. I'm pretty sure you can find it for the other sizes as well. And this is the Create Edition. Of course, it says it has adjustable backlighting, well-spaced keys, powered by iPad via smart connector, which is one of my favorite features about this, and it is a holder for the Apple Pencil, as I just previously stated. And of course on the back it does show all of the different ways you can use it. Of course you can use it completely flat. In this model it says Store Ranger. I'm not a big fan of it, but you can use it that way where you just kind of lay it flat. That's just something, I mean, you won't be able to see the screen very well if it's just laying on the desk, but if you are standing up, that is helpful. Then you can use the type version where you basically, you know, fold it up and it connects to the smart connector on the keyboard case, and you're able to type. You're able to type messages, you can type in the keyboard, whatever you have to type on, that works. And then they have the draw. So it basically folds down, and it also has kind of a tilt to where you can still see the screen pretty well and have some leverage, and you can draw using the Apple Pencil. So it has pretty decent modes. My favorite one is obviously the type. That's what I use the most out of it, and of course I use the draw second. I don't ever use this one, but you know, for those who might need it, it is that option. That option is there for you. So we're gonna go ahead and open the box now, and it basically opens with a magnetic strip. So on this side of the box there's no tape, there's nothing you have to cut. It's very simple. You basically just pop it open just like that, and then when you open the box you are greeted with this very beautiful, basically this, my bird is talking to you guys. So basically you're greeted with this beautiful display of what it looks like using the iPad Pro in a low light environment. As you can see, the backlit keyboard is beautiful and very, very sleek. And on this side, obviously, you have the beautiful connector itself. There it is, and I really like the texture of this thing. I love how it's not too smooth. I'm gonna get this out of the way first. I love the texture of this thing. Like, it's very difficult to explain. It's kind of like a fabric, and it just has a very smooth and rugged texture. And it also has on the edges, it has like hard plastic in case you were to drop your iPad on the floor, and it's kind of the same thing on this side too. You get the Logitech logo. I think that's a Logitech logo. It just says Logi, and it's hard plastic. But the rest of the design that you're gonna actually be holding is very smooth, very easy to feel, and I love it. So opening it up, actually, it kind of opens up via magnet, and I'm gonna talk about that magnet in a little while. But this is basically what you're greeted with. You're greeted with a beautiful display and basically some tutorials on how to use it, how to fold it, and we'll get into that as well. So this is also the backlit keyboard that you guys can see. Very beautiful. I love how they type. It types, it's very tactic. It's not mechanical, but it's not too close to the base of the keyboard, so you get some good feedback when you're typing, when you're pressing the keys. And of course this is the 3-pin smart connector that you're going to be using for the iPad, which is probably my favorite feature. So we're going to go ahead and remove the instructions here. There we go. Just pop it right out just like that, and these are your instructions. And of course you have the back of it here. So to apply the keyboard to the iPad is actually literally very simple. So of course in the back of the iPad you have the camera, and all you have to do is make sure that you are putting this side of the iPad where the camera hole is, basically right here. So as long as it is aligned like that, you have the camera side up here aligning with this hole, and you basically just slide it in just like that, and you just kind of snap it in. And basically this side on the end at the very bottom is what snaps in, and this side is what snaps in. If you notice, right whenever I connected it, see if I can show you. I'm not sure if you can see, but there it is, the backlit keyboard powers on, indicating that it is in fact powered on and ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and use the iPad for an example to show you basically the features. I'm gonna move closer here so you guys can see the beautiful features of the keyboard. It actually works really well, as you guys can see. I've actually used this for college, and so if you're a college student, this is a really big plus. Like, this works perfectly. It's very sleek. I love the design. It is gorgeous. Works perfectly. Another thing I like about this also is on the keyboard, you do have a lock button up here, so you're actually able to lock and activate the lock screen of your iPad Pro using this lock button. And also you can control your volume, you can control your play controls like your play, pause, rewind, and forward. You can even control the brightness of the backlit feature, and you also control, this is an internet button. As you guys can see, this is a search button, and this controls your displays on your iPad. And this right here, I actually forgot what this does. I don't use it that much. It's basically like pressing the home button. So yeah, this is your home button basically. So if you don't want to press the home button up here, you have an option to press this one here. If I hold it down, it's gonna activate.
I don't understand. I hold it down.
I know you don't. You're not supposed to. But yeah, so basically it's your home button. So you don't have to press this. You can do everything from your keyboard without literally lifting your finger up. And of course, with this lock button, as I showed you guys, just press it and it locks, and then presses it and it comes back on. You can use the, Touch ID or whatever you have for your iPad, and it works. It just works, guys. Another thing I see on the keyboard here is that it does have the command, so it does have the Mac style options, and of course you do have the keyboard button here. So if you're, let's say you are in notes and you are typing, and let's say, well, I want to type but I don't want to use the keyboard, if you press the keyboard button down here, it actually brings the on-screen keyboard on the display, so you can use the on-screen keyboard, and then you can press the keyboard button right at the bottom right here to bring it back to the physical keyboard. So a lot of options, a lot of different ways to get things done. Very, very productive. And in terms of the Apple Pencil, you can actually store your Apple Pencil in the slot, like by just literally sliding it in, and it actually protects it really snug. I think I've actually tried to put other styluses in here and it just didn't work. It's just not designed for any other stylus. It literally works just for the Apple Pencil. So I found that to be very valuable. I'm actually going to leave it in there because it just works. So I've been using this for about over a year now, and I just got a new one for the sake of the video so you guys can see how it works. I literally rate this a 10 out of 10. You can press the lock button, you can activate the volume controls at the top. I'll show you guys up here. Volume control, and you got your lock button right over here. It does have a hole for the speakers, and you actually can use obviously your lightning connector, and you have some room for your speaker holes, and also you can use your 3.5mm headphone jack. And one thing I do like about it, just my last thought, when you close it, it automatically locks the iPad. When you open it, the iPad knows that you opened it, and that's amazing. I think it's the magnetic portion over here. Again, you close it, the iPad knows it's closed, you open it, the iPad recognizes it, and the lock screen comes up to greet you. So it is a very useful case, literally my favorite thing ever. And this is basically what it looks like. So if you guys want to check out this keyboard case, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box below. It actually is a really good purchase for the money that you spend, and I don't think you're gonna be spending any more money on an iPad case once you buy something as useful as this. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, drop a like on this video. And as always, my name is TechRoar, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out.